Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us to celebrate the buzz at CollegeTowne. I'm Michelle Conway, and I serve as the Director of Student and Client Services for Alvernia University's Opaque Insitute. On behalf of Alvernia University and the Opaque Insitute, I am thrilled to formally announce that we have 4 honeybee hives right behind me. Da-da-da-da, on the roof of the John R. Poe Center at Reading CollegeTowne. I have a very special mission moment for you all today. I decided to use a quote from the #1 lover of honey, Mr. Winnie the Pooh himself. The quote reads, "A day without a friend is like a pot without a single drop of honey left inside." When I think of CollegeTowne and this initiative and the friends that I'll introduce to you today, the first words that come to my mind are community and friendship. And just like honey, I think that's pretty sweet. It's now my pleasure to introduce you to our friend, Branden Moyer. Branden is an entrepreneur, master beekeeper, and the founder of Uncle Bee's Bees. Branden?
Thank you everyone for joining. Today is an exciting day, isn't it? It's finally beautiful. The ladies behind me, the honeybees, are finally getting out and doing what they do best, is pollinate. The 4 hives that are behind me will be responsible for pollinating 2 billion flowers over the next year. So we are very excited about that. And to put it in perspective, it takes the bees to fly 55,000 miles to make 1 pound of honey. So that's pretty impressive on what they need to do for us and how we can appreciate it. I would like to thank our colleague Nigel Walker for getting us here in downtown as well. We could not have done it without her, and the help that she provided us. And yeah, so the bees are just amazing little creatures, and without them, you know, we would not exist. We depend a lot on their productivity and pollination. 1/3 of the food you eat is because of bees, honeybees and native bees. So we're pretty excited and super thankful for all their needs. And I'm just lucky enough to be part of this wonderful institute, the Opaque Insitute. So thank you again for getting this program started and getting these bees in a place where they can start helping the Reading community going forward. I'd like to introduce Dr. Ridley.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. First, let me thank Branden and his team for the hard work that they're going to be doing over the course of time and making sure that everything goes right with the hives and producing the honey and giving our students an opportunity to participate in cultivating the honey and getting a chance to sell the honey and all the things that go along with the economics behind what's going on here. As with everything we do with Opaque and Alvernia University, it all really hinges around partnerships, because as many of you heard me say many times before, we are just a small catalyst that is sort of fuel, small vial of fuel on an already burning fire to make it go bigger. And none of the things we could do, none of the things that you see us accomplish and that we do is not without all of the partnerships that enable us to do things that would normally be outside of the wheelhouse of a university or a center like Opaque, which is designed to do. So we want to take the opportunity now just to say thank you to all the partners. You know who you are, it'd be too many to name. But we thank all of the partners that enable us to do what we're going to do. I think the most exciting thing for us is one of our partners is the Wilson School District and the kids that are working to and all of the fellows that are overseeing the students at Wilson who are interns at creating the online store, the actual store that will be used to sell these things, and all of the sort of economics, because we are the Opaque Institute for Economic Development. So all of the economic development that will come out of 4 hives being on the roof, and it is a really exciting time. And I want to introduce a guy without which we would not have the 4 hives, because he bugged me quite often to say, "Where's my bees at? You owe me bees." And so I want to call up John Loyack and say, I gave you your bees. I kept my word. You have your bees.
So what's the buzz today? Oh, it's bees. So Branden will tell you, like all things that happen in downtown Reading, this started at the DoubleTree in a passing conversation As Rodney said, CollegeTowne is not buildings or programs, it's partnerships. And here we are in one today, one that will touch the community, one that will touch the ecosystem here in the region, one that will produce something as sweet as honey, and create businesses around such a beautiful product that I love in my tea in the morning. So you can't beat that, right? And this is just one example, and all the partnerships that came out of this partnerships, including one with Wilson High School, where we have students developing the web component of how the product will be sold, bricks and mortar, kitchens, to be able to convert the honey into a product and sell it. I'm convinced now that Rodney can make a business out of anything. So it's just been a wonderful thing to see come to life here on the rooftop. The first time I ever saw this building, I was up here on the rooftop, and if you told me that we were going to have bees up here someday, I would have told you were crazy. So, but here we are nonetheless. The power of CollegeTowne, it never ceases to amaze me. So now it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Glynis Fitgerald, our Provost.
So as we think about how we incorporate our new bees, our new neighbors, our new friends, and our new friends into what we do here at Alvernia, it's really exciting to think about sustainability and what our university is doing in terms of sustainability. It's interesting as we talk to new college students and some of our Wilson students as well about what they look for in a college. Sustainability is coming up more and more. But sustainability is something that's always been core to our sisters' mission. Care for the planet has been part of their fundamental essence of what they do and has transformed all of us through the vision of our sisters. Alvernia is, of course, working more and more to integrate and track our sustainability initiatives. Lots of really good work around sustainability happening, so varied across the campus. And we've got a great person in Alicia Sprow who's looking to incorporate all of those together so that we have a good sense of all of the good work that we're doing together with our bees and our neighbors and how we're working to integrate sustainability. This honeybee initiative is a vital component to the community-wide food system and some of the research that we're starting to do with pharmacy to farm and looking at ways that we can help area residents to really look at the different choices they make around food and hopefully make better food choices using more sustainable products. So, I recently learned that a honeybee can travel the world on 1 teaspoon of honey, and our ability to move sustainability forward, our engine for sustainability, is Dr. Alicia Sprow, who I'm proud to introduce. She is an assistant professor of leadership. She's the EcoHouse coordinator, and she's been working with our students in the EcoHouse for the past 8 years in that piece of our puzzle. But we'll be working together with all of our partners to really solidify our vision for sustainability at Alvernia University. Dr. Sprow.
Thank you, Glynis. It's wonderful to be here today. Alvernia places great value on providing our students with experiential learning opportunities. Through these experiences, our students are better prepared when entering the workforce and equipped to tackle the sustainability-related challenges of our society that we're facing. They know how to think on their feet, creatively approach problems, and design innovative solutions, and communicate effectively to move from vision to action. Our sustainability initiatives, in particular our Bachelor Creek Farm project, provides a concrete example of this in action. This student-led initiative supports our students like Ethan, who is here today with us, to build relationships with local community organizations and residents to help build a stronger food system in the city of Reading. It's my pleasure to introduce Ethan as an environmental science major at Alvernia and our student team lead for Bachelor Creek Farm at the EcoHouse. Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. Good afternoon. Having the opportunity to be a part of an experimental learning project like Bachelor Creek Farm has helped me make a valuable real-world connection with my environmental science classes. It has also made me feel more connected to Alvernia and our community partners. I have responsibility of leading the Bachelor Creek Farm project, which includes expanding our farmer market programs in the city of Reading. So we went from one day with 2 markets per week to 2 days with 5 markets per week, which are all located in the city of Reading, which has helped to fulfill our mission of increasing access to affordable fresh produce. I'm excited to be a part of the honeybee program to learn the art of beekeeping and to share the knowledge through workshops and programs with Alvernia and the local community members. Thank you. I would like to now introduce Jennifer Weaner, an Opaque Fellow of Digital Design.
I'm Jennifer Weaner, and I'm a senior digital media marketing and communications major, and the Opaque Fellow of Marketing. In my role as an Opaque Fellow, I have had the opportunity to work hands-on with local entrepreneurs, and over the last few months, I was able to create the logos for the Opaque General Store and our Opaque Honey. As a fellow, I have enjoyed having the opportunity to work with local businesses by doing things closely related to my major, such as website and logo design and social media marketing. Keep an eye out for the launch of the Opaque General Store and the ability to buy your jar of Opaque Honey.
That is the end of our formal remarks. I'd like to invite all of you on the rooftop today to come down and join us for some sweet treats in the lobby. Thank you.